Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome. Top 5 Tuesday today. How are you? Good to see everybody out there. Glenn checking in on the Tube of You YouTube channel. Thank you, Glenn, for doing that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, folks, do. If the Book of Face ever goes down, it'll be YouTube. It will, for sure. Patrick, how are you? Patrick Witt in the house. Bass player for hire. He is. Yes, Steve Downey joining us today. How you doing, Steve? Thanks for being here. Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing all right. Marie Smith, good to have you with us. Billy in the house. How you doing, Billy? From White Knuckle Weekend. They're going to be playing this weekend down at Heather's in Springboro. Yes, today's Top 5 Tuesday topic. It's been a surprise all day long. Patrick says it sounds better on YouTube too. Yeah, it's a whole lot cleaner platform than the Book of Face. It is. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It sounds clean coming out of the board here too, but man, when you listen to the recast, it's got this weird flanger tone to it or something. I don't know, on Facebook or Book of Face or whatever the hell we call it. Hi, Julie. Thanks for being here. It is Tuesday, the 7th of June, and welcome. Hi, Nan. Welcome to the program. Bunnell Hill Road, Scotty says. Well, how you doing? What are you doing on Bunnell Hill? Are you driving? Are you cruising down the highway? Hi, John. How are you? Thanks for joining us today. John, the newest addition to Crying Out Loud and lead singer extraordinaire, 5-Story Plunge, all kinds of good stuff. So good to have you with us today. Scotty Long, DJ Songs in the house. Julie Rossello, school mom of the Jay Clark Band. She is. Yes. Well, let's get to it. It's Top 5 Tuesday, and it took us a minute or two to get on, so we're a minute or so late from the 5 o'clock mark, but that happens sometimes. The old platform doesn't want to let you ride. It doesn't. Oh my. And of course, you know, when you're having one of those days, you ever have one of those days like you just like to hit reboot? Today is one of them. Let me plug this ear back in. What a mess. There we go. Now we're better. Maybe I can hear you. Yeah. All right. Top 5 what? Top 5. Oh, you're talking about my sound effects, right? I think. So the question of the day is, what's the topic today?
Great question, Scott.
Thank you, Dan. Dan always jumps in there. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for being here. Gary, Scotty Long, heading to set up his karaoke show at the Barrel today. Yes, he is. Cricket, how are you? Good to see you. Where's my cricket noise? She can make good cricket noises, but cricket, yeah. There she is. We love cricket. We do. Good to have you with us. All right, let's get started. Here is the topic. Are you ready for the topic, people? Who's ready for the topic? Yes, I'm ready for the topic. Topic of the day. Greatest guitarist of all time. Came in to me via email today, and I said we'd run with it. Captain Neil sending me that one. Greatest guitarist of all time. It's your chance to chime in on this one. Hi, Douglas Hunt. And while we're getting things rolling here, I'll be at Mr. Burroughs tonight for trivia, 7 o'clock, and Heather's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Name that tune on the patio. Often imitated, never duplicated. We have a wonderful crowd down there at Heather's. Good time. Billy says, let's go. Okay, Billy, I'm ready to hear yours, man. Scotty Long saying Jimi Hendrix. Okay, Jimi Hendrix getting a vote. Mr. Rob D'Agostino of Daga Trivia is in the house. Man who taught me everything I know about exterior illumination and trivia. No. How you doing, Rob? Good to have you with us. He says Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Dwayne Allman, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Jeff Beck. Those may, some of those may be in my top 5. They may be. Douglas is saying Eddie Van Halen. I knew Eddie Van Halen would get it. And yes. Cricket, I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Well, if gas prices keep going up, I won't be at the Bell and the Bear because I can't afford to drive there. Oh, my God. An hour round trip, that's in the old pick-em-up truck taking a few gallons of gas. Oh, my gosh. Gas prices. Don't get me started. Eddie Van Halen getting another vote. Thank you for that. Eddie Van Halen, man, you guys are sweeping him. Jimmy Page coming in from the Wanderers, Mr. Glenn on the YouTube channel. Gary says Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Take your pick. What? I didn't get any ace? Gary, you're slipping. You're slipping. Patrick Witt throwing in the old Clapton vote there, the slow hand. Slash would be in there. Scotty Long, he's showing his age, see. All you old people going way back in time. Scotty Long bringing it up a little, into the 90s at least. Chuck Berry getting a vote from Glenn. He's one that is often underrated, but was probably one of the fathers of rock and roll guitar work. Yes, and Dean from STP getting a vote. Okay. And Dewey says, so underrated. There's a lot of underrated guitarists. You hear about the same old people. I mean, you do. And I mean, not to knock any of them like Eddie Van Halen and all that. That's Steve Vai. They all kind of pop up. But there's a whole lot of great guitarists out there who do a wonderful job. So today, if you're just joining the show, Top 5 Tuesday topic is best guitarists of all time. I want to hear from you. And Doug's giving me a time check. He says 5:09 here in the borough. Gasoline or time? Or both? Is it 5:09 at 5:09? Yeah. $5.09 a gallon for gasoline. And that's cheap stuff. Hate to have one of those cars where they say you got to put premium in it. Ouch. Or a diesel at this point. Billy, does that affect the car business any? Gas prices or what people are buying? I bet it does in some ways. The mentality of folks that kind of do things by the moment. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for being here. Billy throwing Prince in there. No doubt about that. Prince gets a vote always in the best guitarist. Chuck Berry, another vote. B.B. King, Steve Downey rolling in the blues today. Tom Morello. There we go, Kara. That's a good one. Steve Vai getting a vote from Douglas. Ted Nugent, probably one of the loudest guitar players of all time. I don't know how he even hears anymore because he's not one of those guys that they have the fake Marshall stacks sitting behind him and he's playing through the PA. No, he's playing all those Marshalls at 11. 11. Ted Nugent, man, make your ears bleed. Mark Knopfler, yes, Patrick Witt, very good. And, he's thought of in the guitar community by the guitarists as one of the top. They always will say that. They put him in their top list. Roy Clark, Gary throwing that one in. Country, but yes, country, we'll take it. Man, we got a lot of comments rolling in. Let me get to them here. What do we got? Richard saying, oh, my gosh. Warren D. Martini's in there. Eddie Van Halen / Billy Gibbons. Good stuff. You think Billy Gibbons is one of the best guitarists ever? What do you think? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hollywood, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you with us. BB King getting a vote from Glenn. Dirk Turner saying hello. Is it me you're looking for? How you doing, Doug? Good to see you too. Dirk's in the house. Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. All right, guys, talking about the best guitarist of all time. Yngwie. Ooh, yeah. Now that's interesting. You talk about eccentric. I did a show with him one time, Yngwie. And he was warming up, doing sound check, playing like Beethoven and Bach and all this stuff. I mean, he's an amazing guitarist, but boy, was he pompous. Whew. He's the guy that doesn't want any M&Ms in his dressing room. You know, instead of the green ones, he wants none. And he wants Perrier and Crevassier and you name it, whatever he can get with an A on the end of it with his pinky out. Yes. Interesting guy. Huh, what the heck was that? I don't know. Something making noise at me. Is that my phone? By golly, it is. This late breaking news. Lightning strikes have been detected nearby. Take cover. Yes, take cover. Heavy rain near home as well. Well, that'll be fun for tonight on the load in at Mr. Burroughs. Ingve getting another vote from Rich. Thank you for that, Rich. My good buddy Justin, Captain Justin of the Estero Bay Express. Is that what it's still called, Justin? Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Dwayne Allman, Tom Morello, Randy Rhoads, and his personal favorite, Neil Young. Interesting. Neil Young. Interesting. I would have never had that one on my list. Not that it's bad, but I would have never put that on my list. So that's an interesting one. Okay. And Billy says they're trading the big stuff and getting the small stuff. Well, I get it. Yeah. And they're all like, I don't know, what is there a term for that? People that buy like, you know, I don't know, what's the term? Spur of the moment type buyers, those kind of things where it's like, oh, I got to go trade my big truck in because gas prices are high. And then I'm not going to be happy with this little car I got. And then I want to go back and impulse buyers. There they go. Yeah. Something like that. Carlos Santana, we're not talking about cars today, though. We're talking about rock and roll guitarists or guitarists for that matter. BB King in the top 5, Kara says. And you guys are rolling the comments here. Let me keep going. I got a ton of comments to get to. Then I'll give you part of my list. We'll throw some in there. Yeah, Stevie Wonder can play guitar. Stevie Wonder is a lot, you know, Prince was a lot like Stevie Wonder from the aspect that he could play any instrument. Colt, give me a Jimi Hendrix. Thank you for that. Steve Crack. You know, Billy, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Locally, he's one of the best guitarists around. From Mad Hatter, Steve from Mad Hatter, man. If you've never heard him play, he's tough. You know, that guy in Crying Out Loud's no slouch either, is he? No. Or White Knuckle Weekend and any of those bands that have great guitarists. But I will say Steve is a killer guitar player. Oh, let's see. Stevie Ray getting a vote. David Gilmore says, Rob, interesting. Thank you, Rob, for that. Yes. Jim Kilroy's late again. Jimmy, we're talking about the best guitarists of all time. Hollywood throwing in Chet Atkins hitting the country road. I like that. I like that a lot. Jimi Hendrix is in there, Bill. He's had a ton of votes. Eric Clapton in the house, too, from Gary there. We've had several votes for Eric Clapton. Joe Satriani. Someday I'm going to pay somebody to sit here and write all these down and take votes because your vote matters. It does. Your vote matters. Oh, really? Dirk Turner. I can't even say that name. Nuno. But yeah, I can't even say the other one. Betancourt. Something like that. Yes. And Catherine says she sings with the best guitarist. Okay. He just isn't famous. Another great guitarist locally besides Steve from Mad Hatter is Rob Olson. Rob Olson rocks. Joe Bonamassa, thank you for that. And Justin throwing in the Neil Young was the godfather of grunge. And yeah, it's still the Estero Bay Express. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, I guess. You never know when new companies make changes, but I'm glad you're still captaining. I'm glad I got to see you from above. I was on the top of the Lover's Key Resort when I saw Justin cruising by doing his dolphin tour on the EBA. If you ever go to Fort Myers Beach, Florida, and you want to take a great dolphin tour, look up my friend Captain Justin. Justin Ski, as he's known on here. But Justin will take you on a fun trip. 2.5 hour trip, 2 hour, hour and a half. I don't know what it is now. But they'll take you on a great trip, show you some dolphin. It'll be fun. Your kids will love it. They will. They will. They will. Michael May is a string king. Okay. Scotty Long, you're sucking up to Short as Stable today for some reason. You must have a gig with him. I don't know. But yeah, Michael's a good guitarist. He is. Stevie Ray and David Gilmour. Randy Rhoads, Alex Lifeson, Prince, Don Felder, and Lindsey Buckingham getting the Heath Bowling Music vote. Heath, I haven't seen your cousin Paul on here in a while. No. Eddie Van Halen, J-Lo giving a vote for that. Thank you very much. So Jennifer says, yeah, Rob's amazing. Absolutely. I'm losing comments. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. I skipped over about 20 of them here. Eric Girardi, Rob D'Agostino thrown in. That's a good local one as well. He definitely rocks. Noah Witherspoon, man. He can play. Noah can play too. Sonny Mormon can play. Johnny Fink, who I'm going to have on the show tomorrow morning at 9:30. This is an early one. Johnny's got other obligations tomorrow, so we had to push the show up a little bit. 9:30 tomorrow. So if you're not up and about and not into watching it at 9:30 a.m. or you're at work, you can watch it after the fact here at All Around Town Radio and on our YouTube channel. Johnny Fink of Johnny Fink and the Intrusion. He just went to the International Blues Challenge in Memphis, and he won the Cincinnati Blues Challenge. He's incredible, and he's got a great backstory, so we're going to have fun with that tomorrow. Thank you, Hollywood, for that one. David Chastain. Who else we got? Jimi Hendrix getting a vote. Buck Owens and Roy Clark. That's a couple votes for Roy Clark in there. Heath, you're thinking like Gary. Joe Bonamassa getting a vote. All right. Thank you, Gary. Locally, Doug Hart. Doug Hart can play as well. He can. And Justin giving Joe Bonamassa a vote as well today. Yeah, there we go. Scotty said the guy from the Interns. That is... Yeah, if Jimi Hendrix had some illegitimate child out there, it would be Dave Taylor from the Interns. He's a force, man. And he's so Hendrix-like on the guitar, Prince-like on the stage. I mean, Dave Taylor is a classy entertainer. And if you haven't seen Dave Taylor or the Interns, check them out for sure. Hi, Marcy from Mr. Burroughs. I'll be at her place here in just a little bit doing some trivia tonight for a couple hours. Love to see you there if you're out and about. Come join the fun. It's question answer trivia. J-Lo giving Nick Geezy a vote. Hello, Jill. Thank you for being here. Stephen Bell, how are you? And yeah, he throwing in Dave Taylor. Dave Taylor is badass. He really is. Benny Bodine says Randy Rhoads. Benny Bodine's not a bad guitarist either, people. And we've got some of Benny's music. Maybe we'll play a Benny song at the end again. Not Benny and the Jets, but Benny Bodine's song. Yeah, let's do that at the end of the show today. Thank you, Patrick Witt. Good to see you. All right, I've got to get into my list, guys, and start to tell you what I've got. But keep yours coming if you have votes for the best guitar players of all time. Hard to have a top five, Scotty Long says. I agree 100%. But let's see what we can do. Let me go deeper in the list. I'm going back in time here a little bit. Let's see who's down in the midsection of my list. Oh, as I scroll backwards and more backwards, let's see what we got here. There's some people that people forget when you start talking about great guitarists. And Joe Perry from Aerosmith is one who's, and David Gilmour, Rob gave that a vote earlier. I've got him down at number 25, Joe Perry at number 24. Gosh, but there's so many. Neil Young made 26 on my list, Justin. Sorry about that. Frank Zappa, great guitarist. Zach Wilde getting a vote from Stephen Bell. Absolutely. We'll take that one. Tom Petty, man. Tom Petty was a good guitarist as well. And who could forget people like Muddy Waters? Talk about blues player. I love blues guitar, and Muddy Waters is in there on the list. And, you know, one of Elvis's guitar players, Scotty Moore. Elvis wouldn't have been as far as he was without Scotty Moore. I'm just going to say that out loud, but people will hate me for that probably. But that's the way it works. Ace Frehley getting a vote. Alex getting another vote from Benny Bodine. Paul Gilbert getting a vote. Neil Sean. Oh, interesting. Going deep journey. There we go. Back in the day, Journey. Thank you, Skip, for that. And yeah, Ace Frehley getting a vote in there. Billy Gibbons down about 31 on my list. I'm backing up here. The Edge from U2. I'm not a huge U2 fan, but yes. And one that's always underrated, and I think he's a great guitarist, is Brian May from Queen. He's like a rocket scientist and a guitarist. Angus Young is in there on the list. He made the list. Tom Morello down at 36. He should probably be a little higher than that. I'd probably put him low. Buddy Guy is another great one. Vito getting a vote from Dirk. Thank you for that. But, and there's all these are guys. A lot of these are guys. But I'll tell you one person back in the old days that was a great guitarist. And it wasn't edgy. It wasn't any of that, but it was a great folk guitarist, was Joni Mitchell. She was good. Willie Nelson is a good guitarist as well. Jerry Garcia is more than just an ice cream. He is from the Grateful Dead. The Ramones, we had Johnny Ramone, Bo Diddley. Gosh, so many. All right, let me roll up here. We'll get into the top 15, 20, and then we'll let you guys continue, and then we're out of here for the day. Joe Perry in there at 24, as I said earlier. Slash made 23 on my list. Buddy Holly's in there as well. Don't forget Buddy Holly. And yeah. How about Dick Dale? Anybody remember him? Yep. Freddie King is in there. And I'm gonna say this, in the top 20 for me is Kurt Cobain. He's at 19. But what do you think? If you guys have a comment, make a comment, people. Come on. It's Tuesday. You're allowed to chime in. John Lennon, good guitarist. George Harrison, better guitarist. Albert King. Anybody remember Albert? Bluesy. From Mississippi. Here's one that nobody has said today, and I'm really surprised by this one. Let me see what Kara's saying first. Steve Stevens from Billy Out. Yeah, he's incredible. Incredible guitarist. But nobody said Joe Walsh today. Heath had a vote in there, but it wasn't Joe Walsh, but it was an Eagle. And yeah, Joe Walsh. I mean, think about guitar solos of all time. Greatest guitar solos of all time. Hotel California, one of them. Rocky Mountain Way and Funk Number 49. Joe Walsh. Nita Strauss, love her, Steve Stein. Lizzie Hale, he's going for the girl vote. Yes, Hailstorm. Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Ace. Oh, Ace getting number one on Steve. Maybe not. Maybe that was, I don't know. Maybe that was 5. It's hard to tell. Much as I hate to say it, Pete Townsend in there on my list. Stevie Ray Vaughan takes 13. Tony Iommi, 12. And I'm going to say this. I put Dwayne Allman at 11 and Prince at 10. You guys are going to hate me for that because Prince is a great guitarist. He really is. But that's where it sits. Carlos Santana at number 9 for me. B.B. King at number 8. Jeff Beck. Nobody really said. There are very few people out there said Jeff Beck. And female guitarist. She plays with Michael Jackson or in Michael Jackson's One show in Vegas. Thank you for that, Kara. Eric Clapton getting a vote. All right, Jeff Beck at number 7. Number 6 is going to be Jimmy Page for me. Why not? I mean, come on. Can you not have Jimmy Page? I mean, Kashmir, Dazed and Confused. Think about it. All those great songs. All right, you ready for the top 5? Let's get ready. Who's ready for the top 5? Anybody? Let me see where we're at here. All right, here comes my top 5. You keep yours coming. At number 5, born in Kent, England in 1943, Keith Richards taking the number 5 spot. I do that because he was edgy and trend-setting. That's why I'm in there. Can't Get No Satisfaction. Paint It Black. We have a trivia round tonight called Paint It Black, by the way. That'll be fun. Anybody else, throw a vote in. This is your last chance. Number 4 on my list, Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, born in 1926. Johnny Be Good. I mean, come on. Some Back to the Future, people. Yes. I use that tune. Number 3. You're going to love me. No. Number 3 for me is Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton taking the number 3 spot today in the best guitarist of all time. And, oh, well, I had a battle between the top 2, and I'm going to, I don't know. This one's tough. All right. Where did I put that? Eric Clapton at number 3. Number 2 and number 1 were a virtual tie for me between Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix. What do you think, folks? Who should be the number 1? Eddie or Jimmy? Eddie Van Halen or Jimi Hendrix?
Great question, Scott.
Thank you, Dan. So tell me what you think. It's time for your votes. Throw them in here real quick. We got 1 or 2 minutes left. I'll listen to your votes and I'll make a decision from there. But I'm not going to take too many. So roll them in as fast as you can. Jimmy getting a vote. Eddie getting a vote. Jimmy. Wow. All right. So we've got 2 Jimmys to 1 Eddie. Thank you, Tim. 3 Jimmys. Wow. Randy Rhoads is better than Jimmy. Thank you for that, Gary. All right. Eddie getting a vote. Eddie. All right. We're tied right now. Eddie and Jimmy. Eddie and Jimmy are tied. Come on. Throw them in, people. This is your one chance. Then he says, Eddie, no disrespect to Jimmy. No. Part of the 27 club. At least Eddie stayed around for a while. Yes. Jimmy's up by 1 now. How about that? Jimmy up by 1. Eddie with the tie. Kara. All right. You have 1 minute left. 1 minute left to get your votes in. Now, remember the comments are slow. So if I don't get to them, I'm sorry. They don't come in right away. Eddie getting another vote. Eddie taking the lead. All right. All right. Jimmy getting another vote. Rob says Eddie. You know, I'm leaning towards Eddie. I am. Jimi Hendrix was unbelievably good. Yes. Born in Seattle in 1942. I mean, Purple Haze, Foxy Lady, and of course his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner was incredible. But think about all the songs Eddie Van Halen was featured on. Eruption. I mean, who does Eruption? Ain't talking about love. Hot for Teacher. Yes. And a lot of guitarists will say, you can look at all the notes that are written down that Eddie Van Halen played in his life and all the songs, but you can't put that X factor into it. Yes. Interesting. Both were game changers. Benny said, let's leave it at that. I'm going to lean my vote. Okay. So my top 5 is going to be very simple. Keith Richards, Chuck Berry, Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Eddie Van Halen at number 1. There you have it, folks. That is our top 5 Tuesday guitarists of all time. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the little share button. Douglas Hunt giving the Eddie Van Halen a vote. Hit the little share button, if you will, and let your friends, music-loving friends, watch. We will feature on Thursday our Who's Playing Out segment brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, featuring the best musicians in the tri-state and the best musical venues and their lineup for the week. So we'd love to do that. If you've got a music group that would like to submit to Who's Playing Out, have them message me. We'll get them involved in one of our gig groups and have them on so they can chat about it. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. I've got to bug out of here. I'm heading down to Mr. Burroughs Tavern for a little Q&A trivia tonight. We call it Quiztastic Trivia Night, and we'll see you then. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow night at Heather's on the patio. Get your reservations in early. I understand we're getting full, folks, getting full. So if you want to go to Heather's tomorrow night, get those reservations in rapidamente. Thank you, Tim, for that. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully I'll see you soon at the Bell or somewhere else in parts unknown. Thank you, Glenn, very much. I appreciate you for being here. Hollywood, don't forget, guys, Pullman Lane, Scott's Bar and Grill down in Hamilton, Ohio. They have wonderful music lineup, a great outdoor stage, a wonderful indoor stage. If it rains, they can move it inside and still accommodate a lot of people. So get down there to Pullman Lanes and check them out. And if you're off on Wednesdays in the afternoon, go see my friends from the Standard Country Time Band. They're a great time. 1 to 3 in the afternoon on Wednesdays, Pullman Lanes. You can do a little day drinking. You can. It's fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a good time. I'm going to end up the show, though, with Next to Nowhere, Mr. Benny Bodine's tune. We played it the other day. We're going to play it again today. Take a listen to this, guys, and like Benny Bodine's page if you will. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
When it's over and not divides today, when there's nothing left to say, and I can't ignore the voices in my head, reminding me of all the things I said. Used to be a time when I face anything. Maybe I'm just not that strong anymore. Tell me something to help me breathe again. All for nothing, and far from where I've been. And I can't